All right. It's still playing in my mind and stuff, man. Okay. I gotta talk to my boy Al because I think they wanted him or they wanted me to get information from him. But lately I haven't been able to touch with him and stuff. My name is Al Innes. Elaine Innes. You know what I mean? And funny enough, I'm down here in Pennsylvania, okay, Philly, near where he's supposed to live, and he's all the way in Jamaica. He ain't playing around. He jump and he going to Jamaica, man. You know what I mean? Um, but let me get back into some line of consistency, you know what I mean, or to the cradle of civilization. Okay, when I went to the state trooper barracks, right? Okay, what was said to me is like, do I have any enemies? Is there fraud insurance and infidelity? You know what I'm saying? You know, um, and generally those are the line if people are following you and they want to get you on camera and stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'll put something onto you, right? They were trying to get me on camera for some reason, and I'm saying, right, because that's what they do. Okay, I gotta go back to the cradle of civilization where it first started. Well, this entity and so on, right? They're so good. If you fraud in the government, they will get you and humiliate you and stuff. Okay, for instance, like if they if you if somebody go missing and they wasn't there or nothing like that, but for some reason all investigation kind of lead to you, they will jump in, and at that point and so on, they will start searching your memory and so on, and they will get because they could get you to move your body far less to they could get you to speak the truth. And I'm saying, all right. So what happened was when they realized that like I'm going to win the Carlites, they decided to do some secret under the belt blow and fuck up my whole shit. Okay, right? They went so low, man. They had me in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and like since this shit started, right? I've been in the Syracuse hospital. I've been in the Manhattan hospital. I've been in the Abington hospital, and I've been MCES hospital 4 fucking times. All right, they so fucking powerful, my nigga. I don't want to use the word N word. You know what I mean? But it's so powerful that they had people fooled. They have like my doctor, Dr. Andre, fooled. Okay, my wife fooled. My wife think I shoved her into a door to the point I wouldn't say she couldn't breathe, but I shoved it into the door, but she's smiling, grinning. And I mean, that just reminded me of the time when I was coming to America and I kicked my brother toy, and I was grinning. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I woke up and who has to see in my house that Obi a woman. You know what I mean? So now I was kind of because I'm by myself and I'm plotting because that's what you do. You go all the way back to your history looking for anything you did wrong. You know what I mean? And if like only two things I have seen wrong. I had my wife was not having sex, and they could do stuff like that. They could make your wife not have sex with you and shit. They could make your wife have sex with you and shit. Be, be, behooves me. I mean, I'll let you guys figure that out, all right? And so, so they can make you cheat and stuff, and at the same time too, um, make it like kick somebody or like do drugs and all kind of because they are in control of you because they have the responsibilities of God. So with high responsibility comes high risk, and I mean they do a lot of risky stuff. You know what I mean, such as abuse. Like they will have a campaign like they will put you in jail for doing drugs and stuff like if you smoking pot and so on, but yet still they will smoke pot, do alcohol, drink and drive and stuff. And I mean, because alcohol still affects us, whether it be you are God or man. And I'm saying we still get intoxicated. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, too, they also could come in human form. And whatever human, if a human get a bullet and die, I'm going to assume they have to get a bullet and die. But they just live on. They probably might shape shift into somebody else and so on. And I mean, while that person might be in the hospital recovering, and I mean, um, and they'll make that person recover too because they God. And I mean, like God raised Lazarus from the dead. And I mean, you know, and that's what baffled me, man. Because like I think I really truly believe Christ was raised from the dead and stuff. But when Christ was on that cross, they had a bright idea, like, you know what, let's run with this idea and stuff, man. And I mean, because really and truly, Christ is a Nephilim. Christ is half God, half human. And I mean, you know, let's run with this like he's the son of God and blah, 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 blah. But then through the years, Christ turned to a white man and so on because that's how lies work, man. Lies don't have consistencies anymore. And I mean, um, and we just like the Dumbo in the field believe in everything about Christ and so on. But I know in my church, we don't have no pictures of Christ. You know what I mean? We talk about Christ and stuff because, you know, it's to give our understanding of the Son of God. But we pray to God. And I mean, we don't believe that Christ is God himself. You know what I mean? We believe he's the path to God. You know what I mean? Um, you know, yeah, I just my church, man, like my spiritual church, man. But Catholic Church now, they believe Christ is God. You know what I mean? Um, but anyways, man. Um, so they went below. They were. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was up, man. But like, and at the same time too, I have a spiritual word and so on, right? And I'm beating my word, man. I'm beating my word, bro. You know what I mean? And nothing be coming of it because I'm still going up in the hospitals. You know what I mean? Um, the guy who shot up my car is not even brought to justice. You know what I mean? Because like really and true, like when they're doing wrongs and you complaining and like they could catch them, it would have been done with. Be like, all right, gig is up. But they didn't want the gig to be up because God, when they're guilty of shit, they will make somebody else pay the penalty of it. How is that? God slept with Mary and gave birth to Jesus. He didn't take responsibility of that. It's afterwards. It's like, okay, let's run with it. You know what I mean? Because there was people in the presence of Christ, when Christ was doing miracles and stuff, will say stuff like, he's a devil. You know what I mean? Or because you talk like you talk to the devil, you use devils to call out devils, you're a devil. You know what I mean? Um, you know, they get jealous of him when he was on earth and stuff, you know what I mean? So like you give birth and you don't want to have the responsibility to take care of your seed and stuff, you know what I mean? How the guy growing up fatherless and stuff, thinking Joseph was his dad and so on. You know what I mean? So like it's like you could see they like everything they teach us in business school and in law and stuff, it see like it didn't just came out of nowhere. It had to be from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because we copycat from the gods and stuff. Like in business and stuff, if you don't want to take responsibility of stuff, you hire somebody else to get a responsibility. So what they call that? Transfer of responsibility. You know what I mean? And gods do that shit. Like, because like, remember that I'm supposed to be clean, my cloth, my sins are supposed to be sinless. You don't want sin. I mean, I'm sinless because I'm holy and stuff. I'm holier than thou. But yet still you're out here fucking up shit. That's not holy shit. You know what I mean? That's not stuff for me to honor and be proud of. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad they use the word godlike technologies. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they use stuff like that. Godlike. You know what I mean? You know. But what they should do now, they should remove that all entirely because they shouldn't have that much power. You know what I mean? Because I'm fucking innocent, man. Okay, and they know I was innocent. All they gotta do is back off. Okay, Mr. Thope, sorry. Here's your house back. Here's your marriage, everything back and stuff. And you know what? We gonna make your wife have sex with you, blah, 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 blah. What they did instead, man, they kept that shit going. Had me in and out of the hospital. You know what I mean? Like a fucking bozo. You know what I mean? And all the VA doctor in Manhattan are gonna tell me, well, if you don't want to end up like Aaron Alexis, just don't have a rifle. bitch, fucking help me fight this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I end up calling her racist. And she's like, Mr. Thorpe, like, are you saying I'm racist? Because, like, if you have knowledge of it, that alone tells me you are part of it. You are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. I'm having a problem. I'm fighting stuff that I can't catch on camera. You know what I mean? They live upstate New York. Okay, this shit started in upstate New York. Now I'm telling the people in the hospital it started in upstate New York and I'm getting shut up. You know what I mean? Why would you shut the truth up? Because there's something hidden, right? It's something guilty. Why would you be okay? You moving like the Illuminati. You don't want to be caught on camera. You don't want to be seen. You know what I mean? You have me in and out in the hospital and shit. You know what I mean? You have people calling me schizo, like this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Why for? Okay, then you're moving in secrecy. You know what I mean? You're fucking me up in open, but then you hide back in secrecy. That don't fly right with me, man. That don't fly right with me. Anyways, man. So one time, I took my buddy up to Potsdam to party and stuff, man. And this one I realized, man, because me evaluating everything, when people are under the influence of alcohol, they are being they're not themselves. They're being guided. They think that's them there making all these decisions because they can't see nothing in the presence because you can't see it. But they're making a lot of wrong decisions, right? Well, we after the club and stuff, man, he met somebody and I'm about the after party and stuff. Like, frig, let's go. And I mean, I'm always down to. I'm married and stuff, right? But I'm always down to see what the chicks is about and so on. And I mean, so anyhow, man, we go and stuff with these college kids. He happened to walk by and see a pair of cleats in somebody's car. I was so mad, like in the name of Jesus, in the name of all honesty, man, and sincerity, and the one true living God, man. I said to the dude, like, yo, what you doing? Like, put that shit back. And I'm saying, and he's like, come on, go, 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 go. They're coming. And I put it off because at that point, the fear of him influenced the fear of me. You know what I'm saying? And if I, this thing about for a second, right? If somebody has a gun, you know what I mean? And you snitch on that person, morally, they're going to make you look like Judas. When in all reality, you try, because like, you are accounted for your sins. That's all you're accounted for. You're not accounted like you really and truly. I like the word brother's keeper and so on. Okay, but a brother's keeper is this, right? You live your life as an example. You be the standard, and that's how you are your brother's keeper. You know what I mean? Because how they set up this system. If I was to take a bloody knife and hide it by the RICO law and all that so on, I would always get punished because like that's how they're killing us. That's how they're getting us and so on. Because I'm telling you right now, this God is an example of what God is about. God is very prejudicial. You know what I mean? Like when he sees black people, he doesn't see equals as the whites. He see them as below the whites. Anytime white folks in my area mess with black folks and stuff, their social status came down. The kids will be bad. The kids will, you know what I mean? Like Brandon and Stephanie, the kids was always in trouble, jumping out the windows, fighting in school and so on. You know what I mean? And that's basically the the understanding of blacks and whites who mix with blacks out there. You know what I mean? I felt like I was untouched because I didn't have to go and work for no money no more and stuff. I didn't have to put up in no drama and stuff. I just had to stay there and look nice. You know what I mean? And for some reason, this entity thought I was doing something wrong. And they have the ability to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Okay? So when I was right now, what it did, they had a fucking time travel. And that's what I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers that they fucking time travel. You know what I mean? They time travel and they went all the way back to Brooklyn in 1996. And like, because at that time I was like, okay, the spirit will come out my chest and save me and so on. Okay? The reason why that spirit moves so dummy, because And I was able to see, because like when they taking somebody, like if they're in the Matrix and stuff, and you literally taking them out and you moving them into, and they kind of rearranging their life and stuff for future events, they're gonna see stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's the only defense that like the true and living God give us when He was creating us and stuff, the ability to defend ourselves through memory. And they didn't know who I was, man. So like when they had information I was bipolar and stuff, you know what I mean? Or sorry, they thought I suffer from anxiety and shit. They was trying to give me a heart attack because they're trying to make it look like it's anxiety. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking to my uncle and they're talking to my uncle now. All of a sudden, right, my uncle is a physician now and he knows all about anxiety and stuff. And that's the one who was asking me if I'm cursing and stuff, right? And that's not really my real uncle. That's my mother's cousin. But because he's older, the kids and stuff always call the elders that helps that's hanging in the family uncles and aunts. You know what I mean? So another thing, they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Because they really actually supposed to use blood relatives, like a cousin and stuff. My mom's cousin is not my cousin. That's her cousin. You know what I mean? That's not my family. That's not no blood of mine. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's where they get it wrong once again. So I just want to shove it in the face like a fucking cake. You know what I mean? All right. So they got the shit wrong. You know what I mean? And once again, they thought I was allergic to pot. You know what I mean? But when I smoke pot and stuff, I get this scared the first time. I'm in smoking pot, okay? I want to get it clear. I'm in smoking pot in Trinidad. I was smoking pot in Brooklyn. And then sometime in the mid of semester, to the end of the school semester, that's when that happened and so on, and I just quit. All right, so now I finished up high school, went to college and stuff, finished up college, and I was teaching now. At the end of my first year teaching, I decided to smoke pot again, okay? And that's when, no, so that's two times back to back now. So 96 and 2003. 2003, I kind of get the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer for me. It's not for me. I mean, I don't need it and stuff. Bam. Well, they thought I was allergic to pot because I thought I was allergic to pot. You know what I mean? And that's why they was spraying it. So I'm thinking it's a vehicle and stuff, like the plant, but it wasn't a vehicle. It was an invisible entity because it could shapeshift and so on. And they know your brain and stuff, so they can make chemicals in your brain feel like you're smelling pot and so on. Or maybe they have a presence of pot. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they can make anything happen. They can make anything happen. You know what I mean? You know, it could be right now on my shoulders when I can't even see, or going through the air into my nose and stuff. They could do anything. They could transform. You know what I mean? And they have ties to an archangel called Metatron, and it's probably his Metatron. And I mean, and if that's the case, like I don't know part of Metatron, because if you're so powerful and you defend cops and stuff, right, and you will let black people get beat up by cops unjustly, I want a part of that. I mean, you for the birds, baby. Take your wings and go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Um, and I remember the '96 when I call it the spiritual realm. But if you're in the spiritual realm, pain should be, you shouldn't feel pain. I was feeling pain. My body was sore. When I came back into my body, I felt like I was doing billion push-ups and exercises and stuff. My body was sore. I like in certain parts of my body, like I felt my joints, not my joint, but like if I just hold my body real quick, right? Like this area and this area and this area and I mean like my body was sore. Like just like how the Matrix depict Neo, like parts of his body was attached to something. You know what I mean? Man, they didn't. They did a lot. I lost radios, crashed my cars, and I mean, my uncles and them calling me, take your medicine, take your medicine. Like, what the medicine will do? What the medicine will do? Don't make no videos and stuff, man. Please, my mom come on, please, Joel, just do me a favor. Stop making the videos and stuff. Because that's what they want. You know what I mean? But like, I'm done the fucking Poppy show already. I'm done the circus act already. You know what I mean? Like, I just trying to claim my fucking name. If I could protect the next Aaron Alexis, let me do that. Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. All that power, no brains. God don't make mistakes. Well, yes, he does. Because they're testing you for pot. They're testing you for pot, man. So no, you driving everywhere you going, like they're making you like think you crazy and shit. In that a definition of a mistake? Okay, if you born um sound mind and all proper rationality and reason and so on, and people taking that away from you, and that is a lie. And that's the synopsis of a mistake. I'm a mistake, man. I'm a bad. No, you can't do that shit. I don't fly. I'm sorry, that don't fly, man. You know what I mean? So now I know, like, I was remember, man, and this is not no one lie, okay? But with one lie, it'll bring down the whole deck of a building like cards. You know what I mean? I'm content. I know, like, they have the power to take my life and stuff, man, and I'm good by that, because what's gonna happen now? I have an appointment sometime with Social Security. I'm just gonna be an asshole to that guy. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start being an asshole. And if they don't like that stuff, man, yo, um, the Hebrew Metatron, hey, my life here, man. You can take it anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'm gonna start being an asshole. You know what I mean? But on some rallery. But I don't understand, man. Like, I'm up in the hospital and the guy's talking about hateful stuff about Jews and stuff. That's some shit, boy. That's some shit. You know what I mean? You're pushing a lot of hateful Jewish rhetoric. You're pushing a lot of hateful. I don't know, man. Like, you guys are good, man. You guys are real good. And I knew it, man. Someone was telling me, man, like, the same way how the feds could use criminals and stuff to catch criminals, could they pretend to be criminals? You know, they could be racist pretending to catch other races, but like, why me? Like, I ain't racist. You know what I mean? I'm fighting for survivability out here, man. Well, bruh, that's God for you, man. At 23 minutes, man. That's God for you. I want a part of it. You guys keep your gourds, man. You guys go that way. You know what I mean? Leave me alone, man. I don't want no magical word no more. That shit is garbage. I don't save you and shit. I don't protect you. You know what I mean? Like, if you got black kids, I'm telling you right now, you guys gonna, like, white people, if you want to keep your social status up, stay away from black people, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you, you, like, your God will always protect you and shit when you stay away from black people. As for black folks and stuff, man, just stay away from crime, man. Stop listening to rap music and hip hop music and stuff, man. Um, because it is right here, the odds are already packed against you. You know what I mean? Um, Obama, man, Obama got lucky, man. Obama did get lucky. You know what I mean? You know, because at that point I start seeing, like, okay, stuff is changing, stuff is changing. You know what I mean? But then what became of that? Like, the thing about it, after Obama is, like, they get extra angry. They get a black man. So think about that. They put Trump in there. So that's the mindset of these Metatrons and these gods and stuff, man. They don't like to see black people rise. A slave is not supposed to rise. Okay. Maybe even the Irish slaves and stuff, because I heard once upon a time Barbados, the first set of slaves there was Irish. Maybe them. They could rise. You know what I mean? And there's a social order to it too, okay? Like black people are always at the bottom, and black man is all the way at the bottom. Okay, it may be the Irish man, then the Irish woman, the Asian man, then the Asian woman. It's opposite for black folks. It's always the black woman on top and the black man on the bottom. You know what I mean?